temperature is starting to heat up. It's still bearable anyways. And what did I read today? It's kind of interesting reading this one with things like that potential ban of DJI products in the US. Are other companies going to be more aggressive in terms of expanding? So how about this one? This one says Axon and Skydio partner to deliver scalable drone offering for public safety, including drone as first responder solution. As it says here, Axon, the global public safety technology leader, and Skydio, the leading US drone manufacturer and the world leader in autonomous flight, announced today the launch of an end-to-end offering for drones in public safety, including a scalable drone as first responder solution. Drones as first responder allows agencies to deploy remotely piloted drones to emergency calls, often arriving before ground units and providing real-time situational awareness to multiple stakeholders from a safe vantage point. DFR has the ability to significantly improve incident response time, enable safer response strategies for officers and the community, and optimize resource allocation. Drones in public safety also support scenarios such as locating suspects and missing persons, de-risking the vehicle stops, documenting incident scenes, and collecting evidence. The successful DFR program can provide critical information across an agency's operation or joint task force that can help de-escalate incidents and make the community safer. There was that news yesterday too, if you remember, where there are officials wanting to use drones in these ways too. And in that case, they were specifically saying they're currently just using things like DJI drones, I guess, kind of as a test, but they plan to use, I guess, US-made drones and all that. It says the expanded alliance brings together Skydio's leading drone technology with Axon's comprehensive suite of products for public safety to make the promise of DFR a reality for agencies across the country. I guess this would kind of show they are getting kind of potential aggressive with an anticipation that that law in the US will pass in terms of banning things like Chinese-made drones anyways. Again, it doesn't look good for companies like DJI currently anyways. And in terms of, I guess, drones and hardware and all that, I was looking at this at first, I was like, what in the world is this? Skyfront, the world's leader in high-endurance hybrid drones, today announced the Skyfront Magniphy. The Skyfront Magniphy is a new enclosure and universal attachment mechanism for drones, which improves data quality, efficiency, and safety. It works with third-party magnetometer sensors and a wide variety of drones, including DJI, Autopilot, and PX4-based drones. Skyfront has advanced this next-generation solution by working with Geometrics, which makes the best-selling Mag Aero 2 UAS-enabled magnetometer. The Skyfront Magniphy is now available to existing users of the Mag Aero and operators of the drone magnetometers, who can provide Skyfront with their existing magnetometers to be retrofitted with a fast turnaround time. Alternatively, Skyfront can deliver a kit to the operator for seamless self-service retrofitting. Almost reminds me of, I guess, a huge boom mic, like it's trying to capture sound in general for things like film work and all that. Can you imagine something like this flying around, I guess, just in your regular area? And this was kind of an interesting read where apparently in New York, they're actually going to create rules of sort for social media when it comes to things like kids. This one says, New York moves to limit addictive social media feeds for kids. Under legislation, feeds on apps like TikTok and Instagram would be limited for people under age 18 to post from accounts they follow rather than content suggested by an automated algorithm. It would also block platforms from sending minors notifications on suggested posts between midnight and 6 a.m. Well, it's kind of interesting. It's almost like one of those net nanny types of software, I guess, but in this case, they're making it a standard law of sort. It says both provisions could be turned off if a minor gets what the bill defines as, quote, verifiable parental consent. The law does not take effect immediately. State Attorney General Letitia James is now tasked with crafting rules to determine mechanisms for verifying a user's age and parental consent. After the rules are finalized, social media companies will have 180 days to implement the regulations, saying, quote, we can protect our kids, we can tell the companies that you are not allowed to do this, you don't have a right to do this, that parent should have a say over their children's lives and their health, not you. Hochul, a Democrat, said at a bill signing ceremony in Manhattan. And then I guess there's other viewpoints. It says here, NetChoice, a tech industry trade group that includes X and Meta, has criticized the legislation as unconstitutional, saying, quote, this is an assault on free speech and the open internet by the state of New York. Carl Chabot, vice president and general counsel of NetChoice, said in a statement, New York has created a way for the government to track what sites people visit and their online activity by forcing websites to censor all content unless visitors provide an ID to verify their age. Now, what would you think of that? I guess I'm still in that mindset in these cases. In many ways, it should come down just to the parents and so forth in these regards. Here's your time limit, etc., etc. This is what I want you to see, what I don't want you to see, and all that. It just gets kind of, I guess, sticky when you want the government to do everything in this regards, isn't it? And if other topics and industries are anything to go by, government officials and stuff, they go overboard many times with things like rules and so forth. All right, see you guys later.